What if I told you that in just 6 weeks, you could have your jewelry in boutiques, even if you tried before and nothing has happened for you? I totally get it. I know it can be super stressful, and maybe you've tried before and then been rejected or heard lots of no's, and then you start spiraling and losing confidence and thinking if your brand's professional enough, if your pricing's right, if they didn't like you, or all kinds of stuff. And I get it. I remember the first time that I approached a shop. It's this shop in London called EC1. It's like a jeweler's shop. And I went in there, I was so nervous, and I went in there and I was feeling so professional, at least I thought I was. And I went in there and they loved my jewelry, but they told me my pricing was way, way, way too low, and there's no ways that they could stock my jewelry at those prices. So thank goodness the woman who was working that day was so understanding, and she was like, "It's all good, go and figure it out. This is how you work out your pricing. Off you go and sort that out, and then come back, and then we can stock your work." And thank goodness she was there, and she was so nice, because most shops are not that understanding. They'll just be like, "Oh, sorry, not professional, off you go," and just not want to work with you. But thankfully, I'd actually had a previous interaction with the shop before, so they actually knew me. Had that not happened, I would have lost out on thousands of pounds, because I ended up selling my work in that shop for years. So I totally understand how stressful, terrifying, and exhausting it can feel. I've been there. On the other hand, imagine shops reaching out to you because they found your brand and they fell in love with it, like happened to me with an amazing interior design Scandi aesthetic shop in Seattle. They found me on Instagram and loved my aesthetic, and then reached out to me and said, "Hey, do you want to stock your jewelry in my shop?" I was like, "Oh my God, yes." And they placed their first order of 8,000 USD, and that was the first of many more to come. For those of you who don't know me yet, hello, my name is Megan Collins, and I founded my own handmade jewelry business back in 2015 in my bedroom and grew it to a six-figure business. And I have been in the industry for over 10 years now, so I have learned a thing or two along the way. I've had my work featured in Vogue, Glamour, Tatler, to name but a few. I sold my work internationally in the UK, Belgium, Austria, Denmark, and the USA, and have had my work shown in shops like Anthropology, Museum of London, Yorkshire Sculpture Park, to name but a few over the years. But obviously it wasn't always like this. I was once a village girl who was living in London, waitressing for below minimum wage, and dreaming about how I would one day have a successful jewelry business. That's why I created the Jewelry Wholesale Fast Track. This is a brand new 6-week intensive program, and I'm looking for 4 motivated jewelers who are ready to approach shops to test this beta program out with me. This is going to be my proven system. These are the exact things that I did to achieve success with approaching shops. This isn't theory. This is the exact process I used to get my jewelry into prestigious locations around the world with only 6,000 Instagram followers. You don't need to have a huge following. You don't need to have years of experience doing this. You don't need to have perfect pricing or perfectly polished brand. And even if you've tried before and failed, even if you're terrified of pitching and you're super shy, this program is going to give you the exact scripts and templates and personalized feedback to help you succeed. All you got to do is follow the steps. Or like Tara, a jeweler who'd been running her jewelry business for 10 years and was feeling super burnt out, unfocused, unmotivated, and just not sure what on earth she was doing. And everything she was doing was just falling flat. And when she started working with me, then we helped her bring back that excitement, bring back that passion, and she's getting her content to go viral now, and she's feeling completely re-energized by her jewelry business and is totally on a mission now and is doing great. Or like Tamara, another student of mine who was feeling super scared and nervous about launching her jewelry, and she got the confidence to host her very first pop-up at her house and ended up making hundreds of dollars on that event. And now she's got the confidence to take her jewelry business seriously. So if you're ready to stop selling one piece of jewelry at a time, and you're ready to approach shops, and you're excited about this next stage, then reach out to me and we can book a 15-minute call, and I can chat about it in more detail and see if this would be a good fit for you and your brand and where you are at now. But remember, like I said, there's only going to be 4 spots. And the reason for this is that this is going to be super personal and super hands-on. So it's going to require a lot of my time in your business. So I want to make sure that I'm giving you the full attention that you deserve. So don't spend another month thinking hypothetically how you're going to make this work and dreaming about the idea of selling in shops. Let me show you exactly how to do it in just 6 weeks. So if you're at all curious or you're wondering if you're at the right stage and if you're ready for this, feel free to book a call. It's just 15 minutes. We can have a little chat about it, no commitments, and we can take it from there. I look forward to chatting to you. See you soon.